Start and make sure all parts are accounted for. Refer to the owner's manual. Remove the engine hatch area and take the motors out. Go to the front of the vehicle and grab the red battery connector wire and plug it in. Grab the blue sprocket and remove the machine screw and nut. Slide this into the steering motor underneath the dash. Next, slide a metal washer on the steering rod and then slide the steering rod through the steering motor, up through the blue cog, and into the dash. Be sure to hook the J-hook into the steering assembly. Slide a metal washer on the end of the J-hook. Slide a cotter pin through, and then bend the cotter pin over to hold the washer in place. Next, slide a machine screw through the blue cog, through the steering rod, and put a backing nut on and tighten with a Phillips screwdriver. Next, slide the rear axle in place. It simply goes through the vehicle body. Next, install the drive motor. Start with the right one. Simply slide it on the axle and feed the motor and wire up through the vehicle body. Then do the left motor. The left and right are notated from looking at the vehicle from the rear. Next, slide on the rear wheel. Place one metal washer on, followed by a nylon lock nut. Do the same for the other side. Hold one side and tighten the other. That way the axle doesn't roll and the nuts get tightened correctly. Next, install the front wheel. Start by putting the nylon spacer inside the wheel, a metal washer on the axle, and then place the wheel on, followed by another metal washer and then the nylon lock nut. Tighten and repeat on both sides. Check to make sure the front wheels turn freely. Go to the back of the vehicle and connect the two wires to the drive motors. Slide the steering wheel on, then slide the metal machine screw through the steering wheel and steering rod, and place the backing nut on and tighten with a screwdriver. At this point, it's time to assemble the remote control by simply placing batteries in and putting the antenna on. Power up the remote control, power on the vehicle, and switch it to the remote control mode. At this point, you should test the vehicle to make sure the steering and drive motor functions work correctly. To install batteries in the radio, simply take the two yellow nuts off, the back off the radio, and put batteries in. Next, place the rear motor cover on and install the two Phillips screws. Place the right seat on. There's two screws that hold that in. Same with the left seat. Just place the two Phillips screws in. This is where you put batteries in the steering wheel for the music and horn functions. Next, simply slide the hood on and clip into place. Then the front windshield. This clips in and then is secured with 4 Phillips screws, as you can see in the video here. Next, put the black trim piece on. This is secured with 4 Phillips screws. Then go ahead and place the hubcaps on all 4 wheels. The roll bars simply snap into place. Be sure to put them on the correct side. The side mirrors simply snap on. Now it's time for a test drive. Test the vehicle to make sure everything functions correctly and lights light up. Then charge the vehicle overnight. Be sure not to charge the vehicle if it doesn't function correctly. Thanks for watching.